So here's a prototype. The idea is I'm going to send this off to the printers. I have I did this in Visio, and basically I measured all these sets, these various sets, and then I made a square for each one. And I've already done Blacktron. I believe I just didn't have enough paper in the printer today. So basically, it's 30 inches from this yellow line to that yellow line over there, which is what is going to be sent to the printers. So I put a black border on it. Now the black here, because I did it a very, very low quality, this isn't black, but in the printout, this is black, this is yellow, this is black, this is blue to gray. And the text is all black, so it should be able to see it better. But I'll do this for every theme. And then I can bring this to shows, and since this is 30 inches wide, and most tables that they provide at shows are 30 inches wide, it'd be perfect. You just make a whole bunch of them. Now, whether or not I'm going to make one long roll where you have Classic Space, and then Classic Space 1980 and on, and then Futuron and Blacktron and Space Police and whatever else that comes after that, we'll see. Or if I just make them separately and just, bring a hodgepodge. But the whole idea, one of the ideas for me to do all these reviews I've been doing of all the Classic Space sets is to have one of each of the Classic Space sets. To do something like this for a show. That's what I want to do. And so if you get right in real closely, like I'm going to get in real closely, the name Space Scooter, set number 885, year 1979. And there's the Space Scooter on top of a background that's sort of reminiscent of the actual brochure. And each theme is going to have a specific, let me kick that. Each theme is going to have a specific color code. Now the background's always going to be black. But of course, Classic Space is blue-gray with trans yellow glass on it. So this is blue going to gray with a yellow border. And Blacktron is going to be black to yellow with a yellow border, because of course it's black and yellow and trans yellow. And then I'll just come up with other colors for the other sets. Depends on what the primary color is and the secondary color is. Futuron will be white to black with blue border on each square. Of course, the large one is going to be Classic Space 1980 to 1987, because there's a ton of sets in Classic Space. These are the original 11 that I've just did all the reviews on. And I wanted to do that for Christmas, do the reviews. I still have 2 reviews to go, and I'll get those done later. This is just a denouement or a pause or a sila pause. I think it's called sila, if I remember correctly. A pause in the action, as they say. A denouement is at the end of the story. A sila is just a pause for breath. So this is not a review. This is not a set review. But and I noticed, of course, when I designed this thing, I knew that the 918 was smaller than the 924, but I made the squares exactly the same size. And I did say, and you heard me say in previous video, that I wasn't going to do minifig packs for these. This is what I was going for. I mean, the space reviews, or the Classic Space reviews, is one thing on my YouTube channel. But for shows, I wanted to do something like this for the longest time. And so what we have here is a concept, a proof of concept. And, so it's going to be labeled Classic Space. No, I was debating whether or not I was going to put the actual logo. I got some SWGs of the logo from a website from a long time ago. And I was debating whether I was going to put the actual logo per theme. But I thought, I think this is good enough. And then the year that the theme started, so Classic Space 1978, then Classic Space 1980, to differentiate the original 11 from the rest of them. And then Futuron 1986 or 7, I'll have to look it up, I can't remember now. And then go on from there. And then have this exact layout. Now, this overall, like a puzzle piece with all the different squares and all the different sizes, worked surprisingly, because I did this at work, and of course I didn't have the sets at work. But I did measure the sets, and I said this should work, and I printed it off and I brought it home. And I did know in the back of my head that the squares did not have to be the same size, rectangles did not have to be the same size for the 924 to 918. So what I might do is I might move this guy over move that label over here, and then actually do the Classic Space 1978 minifig packs, because I believe there are 2 minifig packs. One came with 2 white dudes and one came with 2 red dudes, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but I'll look into that. So that's why those guys are there. I might do the minifigs parks pack. I think it's 12 and 13. I never bought one, so I wouldn't know. And of course, you have the guys with the base plates. And so it goes 885, 886, 889, blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. I couldn't make it sequentially from left to right or from top to bottom. That was the original premise. All these guys in the original plan were laid across the bottom from 885 to there, and then the next ones. But then there's that guy, and then that guy, which then caused a wrench for that guy and that guy. And this is as compressed as possible. I mean, I could expand the layout to make it bigger, but then I'm wasting table space. And I didn't want that. I wanted this to be as compressed as possible. I do realize that the rocket launcher at the top is a little big for its square, and these guys down here are not too bad, a little small for their square, but he does fit. So, and again, when it prints in black, that will stand out more, because right now it's just a very dark gray and it doesn't pop. But I'm hoping when it prints off in actual black that people will be able to see it from as they're walking by. Or I just get rid of them altogether and just put name tags, because of course the table is going to be here and there's going to be a stanchion, whatever. So I don't know if they'll be able to read Galaxy Explorer way over there. So that's the other thing. So again, this is a prototype, a test. I'm overall liking the idea. I think I'm going to do one more Flaxron first before I actually commit to doing all of them, because it is a lot of work to get everything organized in a cohesive and coherent fashion like this. But overall, so far, I am impressed. But there are some deficiencies, like you can read that from walking past, but you won't be able to read that one way up there when you're walking past, because first of all, it's blocked by the radar dish. So it is what it is. It's I don't know. I'll have to see what's going to happen, to see if I can do some changing. What I possibly could do is just put the name on this side, so it's all visible, but that still doesn't help for these guys. I don't know. These base plates, the squares for the base plates are 11 by 11, the yellow square, because of course the base plates are 10 by 10. So basically I could just swap this over to here, and same with the Galaxy Explorer, but this is still going to block this Galaxy Explorer label over there, and with the year and the number of pieces and the set number. So I know I didn't put number of pieces on there. I didn't think it mattered. I don't know. I'm on the fence. Again, I'm not going to invest any money into this as yet. I'm just going to keep on plugging along. And when I'm comfortable, I'll send them all off to the printers and get them printed on vinyl so I can roll it up and just unroll it at shows. Instead of like the hard cardstock that I used before, which always takes up room, and you're always worried about it. If I just put it like a vinyl and then roll it up at the end of a show, that's going to be perfect. But it'll be like Jeff's idea, Lego history or Lego museum or Lego whatever. And so that's what I am going for. And thus far, I am 70% happy. There are, as I say, deficiencies, but we'll get into those. I'll keep on trying. But there you go. That's what I'm working on right now, as well as doing the reviews, as well as sorting some Lego. But I thought I'd share this. And let's just get an overhead view over up here. So that's not too bad. Of course, you got the shadow of the camera in there. It's not too shabby. I don't mind it, but I think it can be better. So I'll keep on puttering. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon. Everybody take care. Stay safe. And I'll talk to you.